have any questions or problems with any of the stretching or warm-ups that we're going to be showing you, please feel free to pop into the Pro Shop, speak to Chris or Dave, because what they may be able to do is give you alternatives if you're struggling with anything that we're going to be doing. If you suffer a particular injury, then some of these exercises may not be suitable for that part of the body. If anything hurts, please do not do the exercise. Seek specialist advice from, say, the Pro Shop, or speak to your doctor if there's something that is a long-term injury. Check that what you're doing is acceptable if you're undergoing treatment. Why do we do warm-up and stretching? It's to prevent injuries. To get the best out of your body when you're doing any sport, you should always warm up and stretch. It is important to do the warm up first. Warm up, it gets your blood flowing through your body and increases your core temperature. Stretching, what you're doing there is you're increasing the flexibility of the muscles, and they will work better if they're warm. So always warm up and then stretch. What we're going to do now is we're going to show you a simple warm-up. The warm-up can be done individually or as part of a group. The warm-up. So what we're going to do, you can get your group walking around in a circle. Just get them walking, swinging their arms gently, and then get them to increase the pace. As they increase the pace, the arms will swing a bit more, and then get them to break into a gentle jog. So this will get the blood flowing, increase your core temperature. You can put a couple of change directions in to get them to turn around and go the other way. Okay, and then what you do is you can get them to slow back down and eventually stop. Ask them to carefully put their arms out to the side. If they've got anyone in their range, if they're going to hit anyone, spread them about a little bit more. So arms out to the side, just slowly bring your arms forward, letting your shoulders roll, and then go the other way. Okay, and that's, you're just doing that nice and loosely. Change directions a couple of times, and then for a bit of fun, at the end, what you can do is you can get them to go one arm forward and get the other one going back. Some people can do it nice and easy, others it's a bit of a laugh, so have a go. You've got nothing to lose. If you can't do it at the start of the season, maybe by the end you will. Okay, so that is just a warm-up. If it's a cold day, the warm-up will need to be a little bit longer. If it's a warm day, you're already going to be reasonably warm, so that warm-up exercise can be reasonably short. So that is the warm-up. Now we're going to look at stretching. Remember, stretching is done after the warm-up. So to start with, we're going to do our hands. So what you're going to do is put one arm in front of you, and then with your other hand you're going to bring your fingers over the top and just gently pull your fingers back. Now hold that for about 5 seconds, let it go, shake your fingers out, and then change hands. Again, hold for about 5 seconds, continue to breathe while you're doing it, because if you stop breathing or hold your breath, your body gets tense. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put our hands facing down. So it's going to be down like so. Take your thumb of one hand, put it inside there, and just gently pull your fingers back towards you. Again, for about 5 seconds, give them a shake out, and then we're going to change. So hand down, thumb, interlock, fingers down, and gently pull back towards you. There we go. Give your fingers a bit of a shake out, yeah, get blood circulating properly, and that is the hand stretching. we're now going to move on to the shoulder stretch. So we're now going to look at the shoulder stretch. For the shoulder stretch, clench your fists, thumb down, and put your knuckles against your forehead, just behind your eyes. And slowly, what you're going to do is bring your elbows in towards you. Bring it in as far as you can, and then hold for the count of 5. And then back to the start again. And once more, this time trying a bit further, so bring them in as far as you can, count to 5 slowly, and then we're going to go back to the start. Okay, give everything a shake out, and then the next part of the shoulder stretch, interlock your fingers, push down to the ground, and you're going to be imagining you're pushing something away from you. So as you're doing it, you're pushing down, you're pushing out, you're pushing up, and then you're going back as far as you can. So when you get to the top, you're going back as far as you can to feel that stretch. Okay, bring it back down slowly, a bit of a shake out, and then do the same thing. So fingers down, stretching out, stretching out, stretching out, stretching out and out. Hold for 5, and then bring it back down, give it a shake out. And the last one is a bit of a shoulder and upper arm stretch combined. So you put one arm up behind, so your ear is by your elbow. Take your other hand, place it on the upper elbow, and you're going to pull down. So what you're going to be doing is just pulling down there. Okay. Again, hold for about 5 seconds. Shake out. Change hands. And do the same thing. Okay, so you do that exercise a couple of times, and that will be your shoulder stretches completed. What we're going to do now is move on to a side stretch. So now the side stretch. Now this is quite a big part of your body, it's down here. So the stretch needs to be a bit more than 5 seconds. So for this stretch, we're going to hold it for 10 seconds. So arms out to the side, turn your right foot so it's facing away. And then what you're going to do is you're going to tilt over so that your right arm runs down the side of your leg and your left arm is pulling up over your body. And you should be feeling a stretch down here. Now what it is important to do is stretch sideways, not forward or back. So from side on, okay, what you're doing is going over, not leaning forward, not leaning back. So you hold that for 10 seconds and then you change sides. Arms out, so arms out, foot out, and then turn and do the same thing but on the other side. Hold for 10 seconds, come back up, and then you'll repeat that again. So do each exercise twice. We're now going to look at some leg stretches. The first one is going to be the hamstring. Hamstring stretch. For this, especially if you're out on the golf course, what we're going to use is a pair of clubs. So hold your clubs with like so, sideways on, and what you're going to do is put one foot behind the other as if you're standing on a beam. For balance, you can use the clubs, and then what you're going to do is lean forward and feel yourself stretching, and it's this part of your body is your hamstring. So as you lean forward, push back, these are here for balance. When you start feeling the stretch, what you're going to do is lift your toe up off the ground. That will make the stretch even more. There for balance. If you've got a really good strong body in a core, you won't need these, but it's always good to start with them and then get rid of them as you progress through the season if you don't need them. When you've done one side, you'll do the other. So one foot out in front of the other, clubs for support, lean down, keeping your back straight. When you're down, feel that stretch, lift your toe, and your stretch will be even more. They are quite big muscles, so you need to hold that stretch about 10 seconds each time. So do the exercise once on the right leg, once on the left, change and do the same thing again, but again for 10 seconds each time. So now we've done the hamstring, we're now going to move on and do the quads. The quads are the big muscles in the front of your legs. And again, they're big muscles, so the stretches will be for a period of 10 seconds. You can either use a person or something that's near you. It could be a golf trolley or anything like that. What we're going to use here is a wall. So one side against the wall for balance. You're going to lift your leg, hold it by the toe and pull. Try not to lean forward or back, try and be reasonably upright. And from behind, what you need to make sure is that your knees and calves are next to each other. Okay? Don't have them out here, next to each other, so you're pulling straight back. So we do that one, 10 seconds on one leg, 10 seconds on the other leg, a bit of a shake out, and then repeat. So I'm just going to have someone stand beside me quickly now, just to show you how to do it when you're standing next to somebody. So if you've got a friend by you, you can just use them as the support. Okay, that's how you do it with someone next to you. Again, if you've really got a good strong core, you don't need to hold anybody. But what we don't want you to do is be falling over and hurting yourself. So that is the quads, the front of the legs. The last one we're going to do for the legs is the calf. The calf are the muscles that run down the back of your lower leg. This bit down here. So to stretch them, what we're going to do is I'll do it sideways on, one leg out in front of you, lift your toes and then lean into your front leg, pushing down on your heel, and you should feel that stretch. If you've got something solid beside you, it could be the side of a step on the golf course, it could be a golf buggy, or even a friend, what you can do is put your leg against there, your toes against, and lean in. So with your partner with you, what you can do, and if you're on the practice ground with a group, this is nice and easy. So my friend Pat again will be here. You're going to stand facing each other. You've both got to put your toes up into each other, and then you're both just going to lean into each other, and you will feel that stretch in your calf. So that's a way of doing it. If you're in a group, just buddy everybody up and you'll feel that stretch. So that is the calf stretch. They're the ones that you really should be doing before everyone goes out on the course or does a practice. There will be additional stretches which we will cover in another session, but what these are geared more to around specific swings rather than the general warm-up and stretching. Always do these every time before you go out and play or practice, because it prevents injuries. And if your body's perfectly warmed up, you're going to play a better game because everything is going to be moving more freely and you should enjoy yourself. Thanks for watching. See you soon.